for me, probably that's my work. I have to do it. I mean, although I can get somebody else to do it, but still, my second belief is the way I know my subject, nobody else will know.
Yeah.
I can get somebody to support me, but I cannot have somebody to replace me. Because even when I am presenting to an audience, they also know who is presenting. And their belief also comes from the fact that, okay, this is Sanjeev presenting. If he's saying this will happen like this, they believe this will. But if then instead of Sanjeev, somebody else is presenting, that belief may not translate into that strong belief, basically. Yeah. But then, I mean, like, this is professionally, but personally, as I said, I mean, people have that inhibitions about their looks, inhibitions about the way they talk, or other inhibitions where, I mean, like, in normal life, I mean, stage fright is one thing, but I mean, like, in normal life, people have a lot of inhibitions which somewhere or the other curtail their journey and make them think too much about themselves. So to them, what would you want to say?
You told very rightly. I think these inhibitions comes out of, I mean, to me, these inhibitions about yourself, your looks, your deliveries, your talks, your way of speaking, or your whatever actions, act you are doing. Probably, to me, I mean, I believe very strongly that it comes out of that factor that you're too conscious.
Yeah.
I think this is where you will have to get out of that mentality. You'll have to really. Everybody is beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's very true. In fact,
We have our own way of beauty. I think it has been put into our mind. See, like I hate those. I mean, obviously not me. It has been voiced many often about these creams coming out, advertisements coming out about fairness creams and all. Who says that black is not beautiful? Black is beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that's what every creation of the God is beautiful and unique in its own way.
Yeah.
That's why you don't get a second piece of like that.
Mm-hmm.
You get only single piece, almost single piece. Although they say it is told that you will find 7 alike all over the world, but out of these many crores, 7 finding that much is not possible. So they are all beautiful. So similarly, the way we all have our own voice. Yes, something might appeal, but nothing wrong with any delivery. Nothing wrong with any expressions. So if you believe in that everything is okay, that consciousness, if you have to be, see, when we don't have to be self-conscious about it. This is where these inhibitions will flow away. This is where the inhibitions will go away, and you will flourish. And the more it goes away, the more you will flourish. It's like a beautiful flower. When it is in the stage the bud stage, the stage of a bud. It is with all its inhibitions. Slowly it starts blooming. It starts looking beautiful. But even if you look at it, how many poets have written poems about the bud itself?
Yeah.
That itself is beautiful.
Yeah.
So everything in life is, or every creature, every stage, everywhere, whether it is young or old, middle-aged, everything, all black and white, colored, whatever it is, it's all. So we have to get away with that. I mean, that's number one, which I'm a very strong, I strongly advocate. Number one, it's all because of those societal system which has been created in our mind. We become self-conscious. You have to be conscious of many other things, not about this self-conscious. That's very important. And the second part, which was also equally important about this inhibitions, is that I mean, again, I'm also, I mean, I am a strong advocate of that you must be aware of the inhibitions.
Yeah.
If somebody says I don't have inhibitions, then you will be like a uncontrollable vehicle rushing towards
Right.
towards a crowd. It will be something of that sort.
Right.
No, you must have those inhibitions. You must know how those inhibitions. What are the inhibitors? I mean, in technical terms, what are the inhibitors? Which stops.
Yeah.
It is like blocks,
Blocks.
which is there. You must have those inhibitors within yourself, but they should act positively within you to divert you to the right state, right way, right path, right direction. It should divert you to that. So it is necessary to have inhibitions, but it is also equally necessary, that you don't become self-conscious that these inhibitions work against you or your growth.
Yeah, I think that's where somewhere we really need to get into that self discovery mode also.
Absolutely.
That when we talk about I mean, like, when we really think about these things, I think everybody needs to introspect a lot. And rightly said by you that we need to have those innovations. I mean, we should not be totally uncontrollable, just doing anything and everything in a
As
flow,
it comes.
and not caring about anything, because there are sometimes those innovations are also uh, taking a note of others before doing a certain thing. So I think those are also a kind of an inhibitions that are there. So I think everybody needs to get into a self-discovery mode to understand if there's a roadblock in your journey, or if you think that you've not been able to achieve something, not been able to do something. So is it coming out of a inhibition, a trait that has got developed in your mind and your personality, or is it just, I mean, an external factor? And if it is an internal factor and it is stopping you from doing something that you should be doing, then to overcome that, I think you need to get again back to that positive mindset, that even though I have this, I'll still go ahead and do it, and I'll see the outcome, rather than prejudging the outcome, that if I do this, or if I'm like this, if I look like this and I walk into this party, people may judge me. You need to walk into that party and see the outcome.
Yeah.
People may love you because you may not look as good as others, but you may still be a charming personality. You may still have a more better orator skills, or you may still have a singing ability, or anything. I think that self-discovery, I would want to understand from you how we should be getting into that mode for ourselves.
Some points of time we also have, that's what I mean, when we are talking about self-discovery, we have also discussed about that introspections which must be carried out in our life. How do we really go about it? Those moments of silence that we must work on, where you try to find out the best within yourselves. Those moments of me time, or those moments of you have used the word very rightly, self-discovery. Those moments of introspecting yourself about you. That is extremely important. That is very important for each one of us. Okay. When we are talking of, let's say you have asked me about self-discovery. So this combines two things. One is that self, and then discovery. Right? These are the two parts. What's myself? Who am I? What am I made of? What am I capable of? All these things form me.
Yeah.
It's not only the persona, which is not only how I behave, it's not only that. It is all those internal things which I am capable of. All those internal things which are inbuilt into me, which makes me what I am, is that self.
Yeah.
Aham. Okay? And then you talked about discovery. So that's what I think we have learned. We have been asked many times in schools, what is the difference between discovery and invention?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we know that basic. The basic is that when you are talking of a discovery, it's not nothing new.
Right.
It's all within you.
All.
Invention could be a new thing. It could be a new thing. But discovery is that it is all within you. Can I get it out? Can I know it? So that's why this part, self-discovery, is extremely important, or is extremely essential for each one of us to know who am I, what am I capable of, again, what am I capable of, what I can do, what see again, if you are listening to the preachers, all the preachers in our society, they all talk about the same thing. When we landed as a human being on this earth, there's a purpose. What is that purpose? So your self-discovery will lead you to that purpose. So that's why it is important. Period. So this is over. Then how do we really do it? You will have your own way of doing it. I'll have my own way of doing it. It will be completely different. And we have seen Buddha, or we have seen Mahavir, or we have seen big people. I mean, this the big believers, and they have done it in their own ways. Not that everybody will have to leave their family, leave their children at home, and go for penance and try to do that. We will do it our own ways. But my little point, what you also told just now, my little point, which must be underlined, that I must discover myself. Then only I am knowing really the purpose of my life. I am really knowing which path I should be trading on, where I should be helpful to the society, where I should be able to give back to the society, where I should be of some material for the benefits of the society, for benefits of everybody or the ecosystem around me, which includes, again, at the end of it is it is always there. It is also me included in that ecosystem.
Exactly.
So I also should be pampered. I also should be taken. I myself should be taken care of. So for that, I should know what is myself. So that's why it is. I mean, of course, I mean, we can't just discuss it within few minutes, but it is. It's a journey by itself. It's a big journey by itself, I think. And I mean, if you ask me, I must coax everybody to really get deep into that journey, so that you really find out who you are.